Hello guys, how are you doing? Another boxer called Hugo Santillian has died, and this is coming after the death of Maxim Dadashev. That is just few days. This is about 3 days after the death of Maxim Dadashev. Hugo Santillian has died due to head injury. He had blood clotting in the brain after a fight, and he had to be stretchered out of the ring, and he died a few days later, like 4 days later. So this bout happened on the 20th of July, and he fought um, Eduardo Abreu, and they slugged it out for 10 rounds. It was a 10-round fight, but soon after the fight, it was obvious that he wasn't feeling fine. So they called the medic, but medic took so long to fix the oxygen to him. All right, they couldn't put the oxygen on him on time. Eventually he was taken out of the ring, and that was it. But the thing is that this young warrior, a 23-year-old young warrior with 19 wins already under his belt, he was being trained by his father. This 23-year-old warrior did not lose his last fight. The fight ended in a draw. You understand? A split decision draw. So they fought it out, and they eventually tagged it onto a draw. And that was how he started feeling funny right after the fight. So which means he pushed himself so hard. So according to World Boxing Council, RIP Hugo Santillian, he said he passed away from injuries suffered during Saturday's fight, which ended in a draw. We join Hugo's family and friends in grief and support which prompt and support and wish prompt resignation. Okay, I don't know who they're asking for. So, but his boxing record is 19-6-2. So he has won 19 fights, lost 6, and then drawn 2. He's the second boxer in just 1 week to die from fight injuries, especially head injuries, after the tragic death of Maxim Dadashev on Tuesday. So a promoter has laid tributes to Santillan. So the thing is, it is time they have to start looking into this head injury thing. Don't forget to subscribe if this is the first time you're watching any of my videos. All right, so click the red subscribe button below. So, but don't you think it's time they have to just start looking into these head injuries and the causes? You understand? When is it right for a fighter to quit? So this is something that they have to start looking at, and more trainers should take care of their fighters. All right, at some point, if a fighter is getting hit with clean shots, there's no point continuing the fight. So, but the thing is that these guys are warriors. All right, as long as there's still a tiny little life left in them, they will keep fighting. Right? So something has to be done at some point. This guy fought until round 11, when he couldn't even get out from the seat again. And few seconds later, okay, he stood up and still wanted to go fighting, but his coach decided not to allow him. Few seconds later, he collapsed, and from then he went into coma and died. And this is Maxim Dadashev, just few days ago. So there have been so many boxing deaths in the ring. I think one thing that can be done is to look at the weight categories again, because if you watch the death of Maxim Dadashev, you see that the guy is fighting with appears to be a little bigger than him. So I don't know the full details, but it appears that Subrel was significantly bigger than Dadashev, even though they are supposed to be in the same weight category. Maybe he rehydrated. Maybe I don't know how it happened, but maybe the whole boxing organizations need to look into the whole weight category thing again. Then trainers need to take care of their fighters. Like if they feel a fighter is not doing something right, they should just end the fight. I think, do you know, honestly, I think um, people take more damage in boxing fights than in MMA. That's my, like, I personally feel that. In MMA, a few shots, you're good. But in boxing, even though the gloves are not that are well, even though the gloves are well padded, you might not know that you're taking big shots because your skin is not getting cut as much as it is in the MMA. So I wouldn't know what you would think, but I'll bring you more updates as this thing develops. But RIP to the dead boxer. And would you allow your loved one to be a boxer? I would like to know in the comment section. Don't forget to subscribe and share this video. Thank you.